Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. As you can see, we are here at Scottsdale Restorations in this beautiful clean shop, and my name is Kayla Rundle. This is my 5th gen 2013 Camaro SS behind me, which obviously you can see we ripped out the stock TR6060 transmission out of. And yes, this is a TREMEC transmission, so I'm here with Joel from TREMEC, and he's in front of this brand new Magnum XL, and he's gonna tell you guys all the details about it and why I'm deciding to remove my stock transmission and put in this aftermarket version.
So Kayla, one of the things I want to talk about is your stock production transmission. This transmission was designed to work in the Camaro and cut down on NVH, you know, for smooth shifting, quiet shifting, things like that. And over time, you've put a lot of miles on the car, and you've obviously run into some downfalls with the transmission that we're going to try to address today with a brand new TREMEC GM Magnum XL. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're experiencing while you drive the car?
I get stuck in gear sometimes, especially on the track when I'm really pushing the car at high speeds, and I'm shifting faster than you would on the street.
No turn. It won't go.
Yeah, you have to take it easy. You're gonna let it cool down. Otherwise, I'm not a transmission professional, so I don't even know what to expect on how amazing this is gonna feel. But I do know I've run into a lot of shifter problems, and I still have those with this shifter itself.
So what we found at TREMEC, over time, this works really great in a brand new car with low miles on it. Everything feels really nice. But once people get a little bit more miles on the car, they want to modify the engine, give it more power, you want more performance out of the car as the cars go along, and then you get higher in the mileage. So obviously, like your block rings, your synchros are going to take some wear over time. The problems you're experiencing with the shifter mainly is basically because of this offset shifter linkage that you can see where this is actually bolted to the bottom of the car. It has a lot of shifting linkage pieces with bushings and things that wear out and get loose over time. So what that's going to do is when you're going under throttle, the car body is going to want to move around a little bit. When you're throwing it into a corner or something like that on the track, you're definitely, with this hooked to the body of the car, it's going to throw off your angles in the linkage. So combined with everything else that you have going on, you're going to feel some slop in there. Like everything's not going to be perfectly aligned to get a nice crisp shift every single time. So that is kind of one of the pitfalls with this style of shifter. And in TREMEC, my job was to kind of like, let's create something that will fit into the cars and maybe address that like a lot better for more of an aftermarket performance standpoint, okay? So what we came up with is a GM Magnum XL. So just like our Magnum, what this does is it creates a longer tail section to fit into a more modern car with a longer console sections. So you can see how long this comes off the back of the trans, right?
Here, yeah.
So what we did is we just came up with a longer extension, and it will fit right into the modern car's consoles. It'll come up right up to your console where you need it. And what you've got is a direct mounted shifter. So it's not fixed to the body in any way. It directly goes into the transmission for like a much more precise, clean shifting feel and performance out of the transmission. So every shift is like it's directly going in, like
into the transmission.
Right. The output that you're feeling in the stick handle is going to be very precise. You know what I mean?
So then, does this still mount to the OEM body of the Camaro in the same holes?
No, nothing touches the body of the car at all. So this just comes right up through your console hole, and that's it. So no matter what the car is doing, and performance on the street or at the track, it's gonna stay consistent every shift.
So then when people do chassis mounted shifters, you still have that flex in these linkage system, which causes the inconsistencies. Flex
and binding combined with different bushings and things that you're doing, it just makes it really hard to keep the geometry of the shift precise. So we've really addressed that. That's one of the biggest performance upgrades that you can really do to this is fixing that. Getting the clutch set up correctly really helps out in the situation. We can use a stock LS bell housing, so aluminum bell housing, so there's no dial indicating, nothing like that, so which makes for a really simple install and cost effective in that, right? You can use the same clutch spline that you had originally. All the vehicle speed sensors are all going to be the same, so it's just going to be plug and play with no extra wiring or nothing for the car. And then you also go to a conventional slip yoke. So you have, A really good 31 spline conventional slip yoke with 1350 U-joints for lots of power. So like there'll be no twisting, no nothing. You go to a one-piece drive shaft and you're really looking good.
Incredible.
So we've kind of addressed all of the downfalls in the OEM fitment and performance once you start modifying the cars. What's the main goal there?
We have a ton of parts, like obviously you'd have a new transmission mount, you have to get a new drive shaft.
A one-piece drive shaft.
You don't need a new clutch is what you're saying, but obviously you'd have to go aftermarket.
You don't have to replace your clutch, but I think a lot of times what you find is when the cars have more miles on them, it's a perfect time to replace it.
Put it in.
Yeah, make sure that everything's like disengaging and clutch adjustment is working properly. You know, you don't want to do damage to your brand new transmission because you didn't replace your clutch at the same time. But you could use a stock clutch if you wanted to. So the option is there. You do come into like cross member and things like that we'll go through in the video as we do the install. But it's a very, very simple installation and it works really well. Simple
installation for like a level 5 tech or?
I would say that this is a very easy installation with aluminum bell housing, fitting the transmission up into the car. There's no major tunnel modifications, anything that needs to be touched in that aspect. So there's no tunnel modifications, nothing.
And then you have a full kit with all the pieces that you need to get this done and installed in the 5th gen, so there's no questions on what other pieces you need.
So our dealers will have a full kit with a drive shaft and a cross member and anything else clutch that you would need, so it will go right into the car.
I want to show that.
Yeah, like all this stuff in here, all these bushings, you know, it's all gonna twist, you know, like binding.
So these bushings go bad over time?
No, absolutely, yeah. You know, all this stuff gets loose, like all these tolerances from you constantly moving it like that, like all this stuff gets loose tolerance. So over time, it's going to loosen up.
Is there a certain like mileage or any rating for how long this would last?
Not necessarily. Like a stock shifter, I mean, they definitely just wear completely out. So like at some point, you know, when the car gets up in some mileage, depending on what you do with the car is really going to determine that.
So if I'm racing it and have 100,000 miles, it's probably
worn out, way worn out.
Go with this one.
Yeah, it's probably time to move to the GM Magnum XL.
And so this one has no bushings anywhere, so this should last longer, because usually with aftermarket products, it lasts a shorter amount of time. Is that true for?
No, this transmission is going to last a long time because there's no like mechanical linkages out to the back or anything to wear out. So like this will stay consistent for a long, long time. Like this isn't really going to wear out like this shifter would wear out the stock one.
So it's worth the investment.
It's definitely worth the investment. If you're going to have this transmission rebuilt and you're going to have it taken apart and all of that, you're going to have, you know, $2,000 to $3,000 into just rebuilding your transmission when you could have just went to a Magnum XL, a brand new transmission that fits the vehicle.
And everybody sends these in to get them rebuilt. I feel like that's super common.
Yeah, it's super common and very cost. You know, it's not very cost effective. So,
yeah.
You know, it's a much better option at that point if you've improved the car's performance, the horsepower and all of that, just go with the Magnum XL. And one other thing that also, if you're going to have your transmission rebuilt, they're not necessarily going to go in and replace every single component in this to make it brand new again. You have to remember, like your cluster shafts, your input shafts, every gear, they're going to just address the symptoms that are worn out. So if it's a second gear grind, they're going to address the second gear, the block ring, and the synchronizer, or maybe just put new block rings in the transmission. So when you pay $2,000 for a rebuild, you're not necessarily getting a brand new transmission, right? They're just fixing the symptoms and refreshing the transmission, which is not necessarily bad. It will get you down the road for a long time. But if you're going to invest that much money into something, there comes a point where you have to cut it off and say, okay, it just makes more sense to go to a new transmission and get all new components.
That's like a no-brainer.
Yeah. At some point when you cross that path of like, you know, $2,000, you get into that range, you might as well just invest a little bit more and just replace it.
Yeah, because they're not going to be replacing all these bushings.
No,
like,
they're not. Everything's not going to be 100%
and
brand new. So that is a piece of it that has to come into play, in my opinion.
So would this transmission still be good to put in a different car?
Yes, it would. Yeah, it would. I would probably freshen it up with new block rings and just look at for any damage or wear. And if anything is damaged or worn, replace it, and then you could put it into another project. Sure. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, it's older. It's time to freshen it up.
You're beautiful. Beautiful. And we'll show you guys that throughout this video when we get this beautiful Jamaican teal powder coated transmission in the car.